I built a thriving life quietly, but she craved flashy ambition. When I overheard her words, respect vanished. See Michelle's crash into regret and why expecting change destroys relationships. Hey, this is Ryan. I'm pulling into the parking garage, bags of groceries in the back seat, the smell of fresh basil and lemons leaking through the plastic. I ran out to grab stuff for dinner. Michelle's favorite, grilled chicken with that herb sauce she loves. It's been a long day, meetings stacked on meetings, but I'm thinking about her smile when she sees the spread I'm planning. 10 years together, and I still get a kick out of making her happy. I'm 34, pulling high six figures as an IT consultant, and I've got a condo paid off. Life's good, steady. I'm hauling the bags up to our apartment, key in the lock when I hear her voice. She's on the phone with her sister, Lisa, and her tone sharp, low, like she's trying to keep it quiet. I'm not trying to eavesdrop, but the door's half open, and her words hit me like a slap. She's not talking money, not exactly, but it's about me. About how I'm not enough. No fire, she says. No hunger. Says I don't trumpet my success. Don't act like a man who's chasing something big. I'm just there. Steady. Boring, maybe. I freeze, one hand on the grocery bag, the other still on the key in the lock. My chest tightens. Lack of fire? I build a life from nothing. Late nights, clean code, happy clients. High six figures, a business growing, a future we can lean into. What'd she want? Me strutting around, thumping my chest, posting hustle quotes on social media. I push the door open, set the bags on the counter, and start unpacking. My hands move on autopilot. Chicken in the fridge, vegetables on the counter, but my head's spinning. Michelle's 34, HR director, damn good at her job. Makes solid money, though never quite as much as me. Never bothered me. I thought we were a team. 10 years, and I thought she got me. I don't brag because I don't need to. I let my work talk. But lack of fire? That's not about money or status. That's about who I am. My stomach's churning. Does she want some loudmouth who's all show, no substance? I don't get it. I start prepping dinner, chopping onions, the knife's rhythm usually calming but not now. Her words keep looping. Fire. Hunger. Ambition. What's that even mean? About a life most guys would kill for. I don't go to flashy networking events or flex on LinkedIn because that's not me. I'm about results, not noise. But maybe she wants the noise. Maybe she's been wanting it all along, and I missed it. The onions sting my eyes, but it's her voice that's burning me up. I thought she knew me, thought she saw what I've built for us. She's off the phone by the time I'm done prepping. She comes into the kitchen, all smiles like nothing happened. Her dark hair's tied back, still in her work blazer, looking tired but gorgeous. Smells good already, she says, dropping her bag by the couch. I nod, force a smile, but it feels wrong, like my face is fighting me. I'm trying to act normal, like I didn't just hear her tear into the core of who I am. We sit down to eat, grilled chicken, roasted vegetables, that lemon herb sauce she loves. I'm poking at my food, the taste gone flat. I can't shake it. Her words, that edge in her voice, the way she said, I'm not enough. I'm not a confrontational guy. Never have been, but this is eating me alive. I set my fork down, look at her across the table. She's sipping wine, scrolling her phone, oblivious. Michelle, I say, and my voice comes out heavier than I meant. She looks up, eyebrows raised, a little wary. I heard you on the phone. With Lisa. When I came in. Her face shifts, just a flicker, but I catch it. Guilt, maybe. Or surprise. What did you mean about me not having fire? I keep my tone steady, but my pulse is hammering. You said I don't act ambitious. Don't show it off or something. What's that about? She puts her phone down, leans back in her chair, and her eyes narrow just a touch. I can see her mind working, calculating. She's not apologizing. Not yet. Ryan, come on, she says, her voice soft but edged, like she's trying to smooth it over. You're blowing this out of proportion. I was just venting to Lisa. You know how it is. It's not a big deal, but it is. I feel it in my gut, the sting of her words, the way they cut at everything I've built. I'm not some wannabe hustler, but I'm not nothing either. I've got a life, a good one, and I thought she was in it with me. Now I'm not so sure. She's still talking, minimizing, explaining it away, but it's not landing. I'm shaken, and I don't know if I can hide it.
Hey there, Michelle here. I'm sitting at the dinner table, wine glass in hand, scrolling through my phone, trying to shake off the day. HR director life. Endless meetings, people whining, policies to enforce. It's exhausting, but I'm good at it, always have been. Ryan's across from me, poking at his chicken, quiet like usual. He made my favorite, grilled chicken, lemon herb sauce, the works. He's thoughtful like that, always has been. 10 years together, and he still does these little things. But then he sets his fork down, looks at me, and his voice is heavy, not like him. He says he heard me on the phone with Lisa. My stomach drops. I wasn't careful enough, was I? I thought he was still out getting groceries. He heard me say he's got no fire, no hunger. That he doesn't act like a man chasing something big. And now he's asking what I meant, his eyes steady but hurt, and I'm caught like a kid who broke something and got found out. I put my phone down, lean back, try to keep my face calm. My mind's racing, though, looping through what I said, how it must have sounded. I wasn't trying to hurt him. Ryan's amazing, healthy 6 figures, IT consultant. But sometimes it feels like he's coasting. Like he's fine being good, not great. I want more for us, don't I? A man who shows up big, who owns a room, who makes people notice. Not just steady, reliable Ryan. But how do I say that without sounding like a jerk? I can't, not really, so I deflect. Ryan, come on. I say, keeping my voice soft, like I'm soothing a client. You're blowing this out of proportion. I was just stressed, venting to Lisa. You know how sisters are. It's not about you. He's not buying it. His jaw tightens, and I can feel the air shift, like I've poked something I shouldn't have. My heart's pounding now, but I can't back down. If I apologize, it's like admitting I meant it. And I didn't, not really. Did I? No, it's just stress, just me being dramatic. He's too sensitive, that's all. You're twisting my words, I say, leaning forward, my voice sharper now. I didn't say you're not ambitious. I don't know, I was talking about work, about how I feel stuck sometimes. You're reading too much into it. It's a lie, kind of. I did mean him, but not like he thinks. I don't want him to feel bad, but I also don't want to feel small, like I'm the bad guy here. He's quiet, staring at his plate, and I can tell he's not letting it go. It feels like I'm losing control of this. I double down. You're being insecure, Ryan. I didn't mean anything by it. Can we just eat? I pick up my fork, take a bite, act like it's fine, but it's not. He's still looking at me, and I hate how his eyes make me feel like I've betrayed him. I didn't, though. It's just words, just a moment. He'll get over it. But then he stands, calm but cold, like he's made up his mind about something. I need some space, he says, and he's moving to the bedroom, grabbing a bag, tossing in clothes. My heart lurches. He's not serious, is he? He can't just leave over this. Ryan, stop, I say, following him, but my voice sounds weak, desperate, and I hate it. You're overreacting. Let's talk about this. But he's not talking. He's zipping the bag, his movements precise, like he's already gone in his head. He doesn't look at me, just says, I'm going to Mark's for a bit. His brother's place. My stomach twists harder. He's actually leaving. Over a phone call. I feel betrayed, like he's abandoning me for no reason. You're being ridiculous. I snap, but it's like talking to a wall. He grabs his keys, walks out, and the door clicks shut behind him. The apartment feels too quiet, too empty. I sit on the couch, wine glass still in hand, staring at the door. He'll come back. He has to. This is our life. 10 years, a condo plans. He's not going to throw it away over one stupid conversation. I tell myself it's his fault, his insecurity, his problem. But my hands are shaking, and my thoughts keep looping back to what I said. No fire. No hunger. I didn't mean it like that, did I? I just wanted something. Something more. But now he's gone and I'm alone, and I'm trying to convince myself I'm right, that he'll see it my way and come back.
I'm at Mark's place, sprawled on his lumpy couch, a beer sweating in my hand. It's been 2 days since I walked out on Michelle, bag slung over my shoulder, her voice still echoing in my head. No fire. No hunger. I keep turning it over like a puzzle I can't solve. She wants the performance, the show, the guy who struts into a room and makes everyone notice. That's not me. Never was. And I thought she was okay with that. Mark's apartment smells like takeout and old gym socks, but it's quiet, gives me space to think. I keep replaying the last 10 years. Started as a junior coder, worked my way up, took risks, launched my own gig. It wasn't loud, but it was steady. Every contract I landed, every client I kept, every late night, I powered through. That was my fire. Not some flashy, look at me nonsense. I thought Michelle saw that. 10 years together, and I thought she got me. But maybe she never did. Maybe she's been waiting for me to turn to someone else, someone who posts hustle quotes on social media or schmoozes at networking events. The thought makes my gut twist. I don't want to be that guy. I'm not fake. I'm real. My work's real. My life's real. Isn't that enough? I take a swig of beer, stare at the ceiling. Mark's out getting pizza, so it's just me and my thoughts, and they're loud. I keep circling back to her words. Lack of fire. Lack of ambition. It's not just that she said it. It's that she meant it. She wasn't complaining about money or status. Not really. She was talking about me, who I am at my core. I've never been the guy who needs to prove himself to a room full of strangers. I prove it with my work, my results. Clients trust me. My business is growing. I'm not coasting, I'm building. But she doesn't see it. Or she sees it and wants something else. Something louder. And that stings worse than anything. Because if she doesn't get me after 10 years, what are we even doing? Mark comes back, drops a pizza box on the coffee table. He's a couple years older, rougher around the edges, works construction, doesn't overthink things like I do. He grabs a slice, sits across from me, and says, "You still moping?" I shrug, not in the mood for his usual ribbing. But he's not letting it go. "What's the deal, Ryan? She said some crap, you walked out. Now what?" I tell him about the phone call, what she said about me, not having fire, not acting ambitious. I tell him I'm not sure what she wants. Me to change, to be someone I'm not. Mark listens, chewing, then leans forward, elbows on his knees. "Look, man," he says, blunt as always. "You're not crazy. You've built something most guys would kill for. You don't need to shout it from the rooftops. She's not respecting you. That's the problem." His words hit hard. Respect. That's what's been eating at me. I love Michelle. 10 years, a life together, plans. But love without respect? It's hollow. It's fake. If she can't see what I've done, what I'm doing, then what's the point? I don't want to be with someone who's waiting for me to turn into a different man. I take another sip of beer, let Mark's words settle. He's right. I deserve someone who sees me, not some idea of what I should be. I've spent 10 years building a life I'm proud of, and I'm not going to apologize for doing it my way. Quietly, steadily, real. I'm starting to lean toward ending it. Not out of anger. Anger's too hot, too messy. This is colder, clearer. I can't go back to pretending everything's fine. Not when I know she's looking at me and seeing less. I don't want to spend my life proving myself to someone who's supposed to be my partner. Mark's still eating, not pushing, letting me sit with it. I finish my beer, set the bottle down. The decision's not final. Not yet, but it's forming. I want a life with someone who gets it, who respects what I've built, who doesn't need me to perform for them. If Michelle can't be that, then maybe we're done.
Ryan's gone and it's over. A week after he walked out, he met me at a coffee shop, his voice calm, his eyes unflinching. He said he couldn't stay with someone who didn't respect him, who wouldn't own their mistakes or apologize. He brought up that phone call with Lisa, where I said he lacked fire, lacked hunger. It wasn't just what I said, it was how I handled it after. He said I called him oversensitive, made it his fault for being hurt. I never apologized, never admitted I was wrong. I kept pushing him to be someone louder, flashier, someone he's not. He said that's what broke us, my refusal to see him for who he is. I tried to argue, to soften it, but my words felt hollow, like they couldn't reach him. He left me there, my coffee cold, my chest tight, knowing he wasn't coming back. I'm still sharp at my job, but it's not enough to hold me together. I walk into our apartment, my apartment now, and it's like a museum of what we had. His old running shoes aren't by the door anymore. The fridge doesn't have his stupid energy drinks. I used to roll my eyes at those, but now I'd give anything to see them again. I keep thinking about what he said, how I expected him to be someone else. I wanted a man who walked into a room and made heads turn, who projected ambition like a spotlight. Ryan's incredible, but he's quiet about it. I thought that wasn't enough, that I needed more to feel big myself. I was chasing an image, not a person. And when he called me out, I couldn't face it. I told him he was insecure, kept gaslighting him, because admitting I was shallow felt like cracking open something I couldn't fix. Dating's a disaster. I'm trying to move forward, but the men I meet are all wrong. They're the kind I thought I wanted, loud, polished, full of swagger. One guy, a venture capitalist, took me to a rooftop bar, talked about his vision 4 hours, then ditched me when I didn't play along with his ego. Another, some ad exec, had the charm dialed up but no substance, just a string of flings and empty promises. They're not Ryan. They don't have his quiet focus, the way he'd listen when I rambled about work, the way he'd build something real without needing a crowd to cheer. I pushed him away because I wanted a performer, not a partner. Now I'm stuck with men who shine bright but burn out fast, leaving me emptier than before. Work keeps me busy. Meetings, policies, managing egos, but it's a distraction, not a fix. I'm good at my job, always have been, but when I leave the office, the loneliness hits like a wave. I pass the diner where Ryan and I used to grab late-night fries, and my throat closes up. I keep seeing his face at that coffee shop, the way he said I didn't respect him. He's right. I never owned up, never said I was sorry for wanting him to change. I kept twisting things, making it his fault, because I couldn't admit I was wrong. Now I'm alone, and it's on me. I lie awake at night, the silence screaming, wondering how I let it get this far. I had a man who loved me, who built a life with me, and I threw it away because I couldn't see past my own insecurities. I saw Ryan on a friend's social media post last week. He's engaged now, to a woman with kind eyes, someone who looks like she sees him. They're at a lake, grilling with friends, and he's smiling, not loud, not showy, just Ryan. Thriving. Respected. It's like a knife in my gut. He's living the life he always built, the one I couldn't value because I was chasing some shallow idea of ambition. I wanted him to be someone he's not, and I lost him for it. My dating life's a mess, my nights are empty, and work's just a way to keep moving. I'm falling apart, piece by piece, because I couldn't own my mistake, couldn't stop gaslighting, couldn't respect the man he was. The regret's like a shadow, always there, and I don't know how to outrun it. I had something real, and I broke it, thinking I needed more. Now I'm left with nothing but the truth. I was wrong, and I'll carry that forever.